Hi, this is Jonny Fever, and you are tuned in to Jonny Fever TV. That's all one word, Jonny Fever TV. Okay, here we go. I'm doing my second reaction to Dax, my third reaction to Tom Macdonald, my first reaction to them as a team. Shamo! Okay, so, how can you not be looking forward to a duet, I guess we'll call it, with Tom Macdonald and Dax? I know that they did a song previously about a year or two together, but this one here, it's just more gravy on the potatoes, if you ask Jonny Fever. I would like to say a few things about Dax and Tom Macdonald. First of all, as far as I can tell, these are two of the most successful independent artists who have come out of that, what I like to call the YouTube rapper genre, which quite frankly is one of my favorite genres of hip hop, the YouTube rapper genre. Tom Macdonald, he is who he is. We know what we're gonna get with Tom nowadays. We're gonna get some politically charged discussion, and he's capitalizing on the, let's just say, the inability of people to accept ideas that they don't share, right? So Tom's gonna come out and he's gonna say, hey, the sky's blue. And there are millions and millions of people out there who just can't handle that. And they're gonna say, no, the sky's red, and screw you, Tom, for having a different opinion. Tom's thriving on that. I swear he took the playbook right from Eminem, okay? You guys, every single time you guys whine and complain about what Tom says, you're just making him stronger. And you know what? That's okay with Jonny Fever. Now let's talk about Dax. Dax, wow, what an amazing rapper. I had mentioned in a previous video that he definitely seems to have the cheat code, and what that means is he can sit down for 10 minutes and write a better rap than your favorite rapper. I have this picture in my head. He's the closest thing to Busta Rhymes right now that I can think of in modern hip hop music. He's got what Busta likes to call the Dungeon Dragon, right? And that Dungeon Dragon is very animated, right? And it has so much range. He can do so many different things with his vocals. Is just absolutely incredible. The thing about Dax is that he's so hardcore at this point. I do fear that his mainstream appeal, he's not gonna have the same reach as a guy like Tom. And it's probably just because his bars are just too sophisticated. And quite frankly, there's just too much information in a small time for your average music listener. But for a hip hop head like me and like you guys watching, we live for this stuff, man. We live for the bars, and we live for the condensed knowledge put into that 3-minute song. So we're gonna check out Propaganda by Dax featuring Tom Macdonald, and Johnny's gonna make a bulletproof prediction here. This song's gonna be fire. So, shamo. Our own truth isn't always the reality. Hold on. Look, I gotta stop right here, okay? First of all, this my truth stuff is not real, guys. What my truth actually means is it means my opinion, okay? There's only one truth, and that's the truth, all right? I shake your hand, right? And we shake hands, and there was a handshake. That's what the truth is. But your truth might be, I assaulted you somehow by grabbing your hand, all right? And now you've been damaged because of your truth, okay? Really what your truth is just a fabrication, all right? And that's what they're saying there. Your truth isn't necessarily what really happened. I'm gonna say 100% of the time, if you have to put my in front of the word truth, it ain't the truth.
Hey, Daryl. You good, bro? You ain't picking up calls, dog. What's wrong, man?
I should have wore the white wife beater for the Dax video. I'll get it right next time.
Hey.
By the way, my daughter's nickname is Dax. So, you know, got a little bit of an issue here, Dax.
Don't lose yourself.
Look at that. Sucking the life out of him. Oh. Love the beat.
And all I see is
Yeah.
propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
I forgot, Dax is a super excellent singer. Super talented.
Propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Yeah, united we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Independent, how we dead in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. Hidden truth, dotted lines, ain't never signed, stood and remained the boss. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. Every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotion. Scabs hair as I drop hits that bleed lied from demonic omens. The system decides we spend and we buy while most of our
So that's what he's saying there, right? Each verse is a paid sermon or is a sermon. So this guy is thinking about what he's saying because it's important to him. And he wants to be clear in his words. He doesn't want to be misconstrued, right? And he's just not throwing stuff out there to see if it sticks. He's throwing out there what he believes. And that's what we're looking for in a hip hop artist.
time is spent in bed. The dreams we have all stay inside. We sleep and wake and live with regret. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. If infamy is what you seek and propaganda is what you spread. Propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
So as a society, we are just being pilloried with propaganda right now, okay? Our government is trying to move us in a direction that is very contrary to the founding of this country. And they're doing it by lying to us every single day. And the lies, they just keep on building and building and building. And what ends up happening is most of us can see through the lies, but you believe that one lie and someone else believes another lie, and it all adds up to this false narrative or this my truth stuff. I'm gonna digress just a short little bit here. You know, this is really timely because, as everybody knows, Nicki Minaj right now is just getting destroyed by what I would call the elite mainstream media and all of their, all of the people that fund that. And the reason is because she has gone against the narrative. And she hasn't said anything except for make a good decision for yourself, okay? And you're not allowed to do that anymore, apparently. Well, I'll tell you what, Nicki, Johnny Fever's got your back, and I think most good-willed, ingenuous people have your back, Nicki. We're here for you. And the amount of courage it is taking for you to stand up and withstand this onslaught you're taking is just incredible because, quite frankly, well, let me just rephrase this, okay? Nicki, you're a bloody hero. And conversely, John Cena, you're an effing coward. That's where Johnny Fever stands on this stuff. Now, one last digression here. Johnny Fever, I'm a little old school. I prefer to get my medical advice from MC Light. Shamal.
Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
I'm gonna give a plug to Tim Pool, okay? If you wanna get some straight news coverage, go to Tim Pool and he'll set you straight.
Everything we say is racist, and blood will change it. That's what happens. Y'all need balance. Y'all need blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness.
Love the way he's drawing the last word.
It's Trump or Biden, we all been divided by it in the streets. Elections always been rigged. I ain't surprised when somebody cheats. All I see is pentagrams of the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find
They
the
stole
flock
the
when sheep
election.
are fast asleep. Too many people lack character. Too many journalists scaring you. Too many pencils attempting to rewrite the Constitution. They probably gonna tear it up. I love the country, but I don't trust the people taking care of us. We went to bed with
America, why do you need Canadians to come here and explain to you what is happening to your country, okay? Like, we see this. It is such a shame. For the whole time my daughter was going to school, she's like, Dad, these kids don't appreciate where they are. They don't know nothing about who they are. It is an absolute shame that you need Canadians to come in here, and you need people from Somalia, and you need people from Iran, and you need people from bloody Yugoslavia to explain to you, you live in the best bloody country in the world.
The American dream, we woke up in America.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Can't put my finger on that string instrument there. It doesn't sound like a guitar. Look, I'm telling you, man, Dax and Tom Macdonald, you guys are doing the work that the media is supposed to be doing. Okay, like it's a bunch of BS. All right, that we need to tune in to Tom Macdonald songs to get the straight truth. And the Dax songs to get the straight truth. It's a bloody crying shame. So once again, I'm gonna plug Tim Pool for you guys as not a gospel to go by, but just a source of information that you can go to where he's kicking the facts straight to you. If I wasn't paying attention to Tim Pool a year or two ago, we would not have been so ready for the calamity that the shutdowns were, okay? This family, the Fever family, we didn't sweat a minute because we were ready, because we knew what was happening, because we had information coming to us forward from someone who was actually trying to enlighten us and give us good information, not somebody who was trying to give us the wrong information and prevent us from acting. Like, if you guys remember, they were telling us, don't buy masks. Don't buy masks. They're not going to do any good for you. And then, and the reason they did that is because they had said at the time, well, the doctors need and the nurses need the masks, right? So we had to lie to you. But my point is, they're bloody lying to us, okay? It's a bloody shame that, like I said, Tom Macdonald and Dax have to be the source of news for this generation of people. As far as Dax goes, let's just take a step back and look at the big picture here. He is so talented. He can sing in tone and in pitch, and he's got melody. I predict as Dax's career moves on, he will probably stray away a little bit from the hip hop and go to something a little bit more palatable to the mainstream. And you can't blame him for that. He's super talented, and his ability to write is really going to pay off when it comes to writing more melodic songs, because quite frankly, in Jonny Fever's opinion at this time, it's easier to write a rap song with 3,000 words in it than it is to write a concise song with singing with maybe 200 words in it and have to convey that same type of information in melody. Though it is really more challenging as a writer, actually, I think, to compose the poetry in a standard song than it is in a rap song. Because in a rap song, you can just cram as many words as you can into a bar, and as long as it rhymes or as long as your syllables hit at certain spots, it's all going to go together. You can't do that in traditional songwriting. So anyway, you know what? I'm glad to have had a chance to review this song. These topics are very, very dear to me as an immigrant to the United States. You know what? You guys, you just cannot listen to these people. America is the greatest country in the world, and you're the most welcoming people in the world. You absolutely are. You welcomed my family, and you made us part of the family. And you know what? That's a good thing, and that's something we should be proud of. And when I turn on the TV and the news, I'm not hearing that at all. I'm hearing the total opposite. And when I talk to Americans in the streets, I have to tell them, you guys have it wrong. This is the greatest place on earth, especially young people. When they find out I'm Canadian, they are so excited to find that out. And then the question is, why did you move here from Canada? And it's like, because this is the greatest place on earth, you bloody dolt. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. All right, Johnny Fever, I'm out. Cheers. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit notifications. Cheers.
Jump more.